Are you chilly?
I am chilly.
Me too.
I feel like we've
How do you keep warm?
I have a hand warmer.
warmers.
And I brought Ben over to the dark side of holding a hand warmer during the
When Ben
broadcast.
Thompson gets a hand warmer,
You know it's cold.
I know.
The world has changed.
She has them for use in July and August.
Because it's always winter in this studio.
But
it is
it is
frigid
much
in
colder.
here.
I feel like the last few weeks it's gotten so cold that I broke down and bought hand warmers.
is that just one or two?
It's two. They click together.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not convinced they work because I think it just makes the rest of your body feel cold.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Your extremities are cold.
Right. I know. I know.
Yes, we do this sometimes.
But we are talking about the cold weather.
Yeah.
Yes, we're talking about chilly temperatures for a reason.
Yeah.
We've felt it in the mornings the past few days. So is your home keeping the heat in, though, or are you letting it slip out? Our KJ Jacobs is here with tips to retain your home's heat and save you some money in this morning's Weather IQ.
With a goal to stay comfortable this winter, let's winterize your home. Starting at the top, insulate the attic. Think of your attic insulation as a warm blanket that keeps your home warm all winter. Here are some signs that you need better attic insulation. Drafty rooms, rooms that are too hot or too cold, uneven temperatures between those rooms, heating and cooling bills that are just too high. A poorly insulated attic this winter can result in 25% heat loss. That is 25% of your average heating costs put towards energy that's not even heating your home. Inspect your chimney and fireplace. A large amount of warm air is pulled up and out of the chimney. Consider installing glass doors to limit that air from escaping. Windows rank number 2 behind the attic as a main contributor of heat loss during the winter. Check to make sure they are properly sealed and consider storm windows. Let us also add these items to the checklist. Insulate exposed pipes, clean out the gutters, install and test smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors. And if you have a window air conditioner unit, consider either removing it or sealing it during the winter. You'll prevent that chilly air from entering your home and that warm air from escaping. On average, the coldest daytime temperature in Charlotte is 52, and the coldest nighttime temperature on average is 32 degrees. The best setting is the lowest temperature at which your family is comfortable. Most people are comfortable at a setting of 68 to 70 degrees. Consider purchasing a programmable thermostat. That'll help reduce your energy bill while keeping your home comfortable. With this Weather IQ, I'm meteorologist KJ Jacobs, WCNC Charlotte.
He's standing there in the snow.
I know, that was making me cold just looking at him.
No hand warmers either.
I don't know how he does it.
Hi, KJ. Well, I actually was at iHeartRadio yesterday and did some interviews about winter preps. And here's some of the notes of just general ideas. I wish I made a fancy graphic on this. But another thing to mention here is I know that we always talk about clearing out our gutters during the spring. It's a good time to do it now. Because oftentimes if we do hit a cold spell and then you have all that leaf and water, it catches it, it could freeze. It also cause some water damage around your home. I mentioned this also during our show is when to drip. Whenever you know that we're going to be in a forecast 28 degrees for 4 hours or more, that's the time to do it because 20 degrees or below for a 6-hour period could freeze your pipes. So whenever we're talking about certainly 20 degrees below, that's the time to drip. But you don't have to have a stream. You said your faucet doesn't do this.
You can't. It's all or nothing at all. So but it flows.
Yeah, a little bit of flow, but you only need 5 drips per minute. And then another thing is just cover up the spigots. But I think one of my favorite ones that I learned recently is to maximize actually the warm up in your car. At most, only let the car idle for about 30 seconds and then drive off, because actually the car running, the engine will warm up faster and your heat will warm up as well. So just a few extra tips to add on before we get to this winter season.
We have last Christmas, remember, it got super cold on Christmas Eve or whatever.
Oh, that was
we have a bathroom that's sort of up against the side of the house, and I think it's probably exposed to the elements a little bit more. And the pipes froze when we got back from seeing family, but they didn't burst.
That's good.
Which I guess
you lucked out on that.
I know.
Wow.
They froze, but they didn't burst. And I was like, wow, we totally lucked out on that. And
so they just thawed out and they were okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
I know.
That's scary.
Did you use hand warmers on them?
I did not use hand warmers. Next time I will be sure to do that.
Well, speaking of warm, today should be warmest day of probably the next several days. Warned today, another drop in the temperatures tomorrow. Friday's okay. This weekend, Saturday's okay. We got this storm system that may move in west towards off the coast, towards the Carolinas. Could give us a lot of rain. If it stays off the coast, we have less rain. But there's still a chance of showers on Sunday. Here we go again.
Rainy
good.
Sunday.
I know, right?
Right.
And the storm system, which is interesting, because last week we had the same setup that it moved in, created widespread rain Saturday night heading into Sunday.
Yeah.
It's very similar, but this is also something to keep an eye on, because whenever you have a low that glides up the coast, once we get much colder into January and February, this is the prime setup for the nor'easter setup that could give us snow. So if we stay in this pattern, it'll be a better chance. We're not talking about that right now.
Not this weekend, but later on in the wintertime, certainly.
Yeah, so that's one thing to kind of like, it's piquing our interest, but as of right now, just cold rain.
All right.
Cold rain. All right, folks, that'll do it. Go get your hand warmer.
Yeah.
Keep it handy. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another edition of Wake Up Charlotte to go.
Got an extra one over there?
Tomorrow.
Actually, that's...